Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial by Tutorial Grid. I'm your host Matt, and on this tutorial we will be doing a different approach. We're going to be doing straight edge and smooth edge modeling to show you the difference of when you want to smooth. It will be a experience where you can see why you would turbo smooth or just normal smooth something, or you would just do straight edges rather than not waste your time and try to make sure the edges are all tight. So, but first, why don't you go ahead and click on that subscribe button on our YouTube channel, and then head over and like us on Facebook.com/Avid Productions, AVID Productions 479. Like us there to make sure you keep up to date with everything that's going on. Also, check out our friends on SiteGround. They are offering great web hosting starting at $3.99, and you even get a free domain. So if you're looking to have a new portfolio site, I would recommend them for sure. Also, in this tutorial, I will be showing you pretty much everything I can about I'll be going way slower than I did last time. I know last time I sped up a lot of things just to give you guys kind of an introduction. I really wanted to make sure that this one will be more of a learning experience, more of I teach you stuff, rather than, hey guys, here's the specific pipeline and here's how I kind of do things. Now, this one will actually be showing you the day-to-day tools that I'll be using. I'll be referencing things from the last video. As always, you can tell me anything you want down below in the comments that you want to see. Otherwise, let's get started. Also, before we get started, go ahead and like us on Twitter too, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So, the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to pull up a reference image on my second monitor, but I will be going ahead and showing you this real quick. So this is the one that I'll be building. I normally go off of references in general, but the whole point in making something will be to make it yours. But that's why I'm keeping it off the screen. However, you can use the URL or whatever, or go find your own image to make your own as you follow this. But if not, just have some fun and follow me. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, as always, gonna go ahead and save your document, just so you can which I'll be teaching you pretty much everything I can about Maya in this one, and in future ones I'll be making sure that I guess that I'll be using 3ds Max pretty soon, just to give you some pointers on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this just on my desktop and say it's tutorial 1 curve and straights. So the whole point of this is there's going to be pieces in here that I want to use the smooth option for, which is, if you don't remember from last time, just go ahead and click this. Make sure you're in polygons tab, by the way, because it's where we usually always start. Go ahead and click the box, and on this one I'm going to go ahead and press 1 and 3. 1 is to straight, 3 is to smooth. Okay, this smooth modeling is what I normally use for almost everything because I'm an organic modeler. However, in this one, we're going to be trying to do nothing but straights. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start like this, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure I would go over to my channel box, and then here it says translate Y. I know that means above because there's distance here, so I'm just going to go ahead and say 0. And okay, so our cube here isn't going to be perfectly flat on there, so just place it right on top. Anyway, just to kind of in the center so you can have a base point. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press R, okay, so before I go into all this crazy stuff, the few things you got to know is Q, select, okay, W is move, so move it, E is rotate, and R is scale. So just keep your fingers on Q, W, E, R. I recommend keeping pinky on Q. I believe it's your ring finger on W. your middle finger on rotate and your index finger on the R key. And then the thumb is really just kind of to move around and press spacebar or whatever. Spacebar does go into 4 views, which we might be using that in this one. I don't know yet. It's basically just so you can have more perspectives, I guess. But anyway, so here we go. We're gonna start on this, and the whole point about this is we're trying to not resort to smooth, so to make it look good. So we're gonna be using bevels. We're gonna be using all kinds of stuff. So first thing I want you to do is go ahead and go to mesh tools, yeah, and then go to show modeling toolkit. When I pause, it's because like I kind of just have it all in my brain, so relaying it will be a little bit slower, but we're still gonna get the same effect. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I realize that this is like a, a box with like a line right here, okay, and then so I would select all these with Q, select all these, and I want, I have symmetry on from my previous modeling, so if you do have symmetry on, just go and turn it off for right now. We might turn it back on later, depends on what we're doing. So anyway, we're gonna go and connect that. So now I have this, and then what I want to do is I want to decide, okay, on this part, do I want its own polygon? Because if I do this, now I don't have that polygon anymore. Or do I want to extrude upward and then just connect the edges? I'm gonna go ahead and say I want that polygon just to be more safe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click this right here, and then I'm going to shift to select more objects, or to select more polygons, and click that. Now what I'm going to do here is, okay, normally I would go down here and press extrude. I'm going to teach you the fastest way to do this, because at some point in time you're going to need speed. So I would hold down Control and press E, and then pull it up. This is how you like go fast and stuff. I mean, the only thing you really need to ever like slow down for this is offset, but I mean, I would still use that rather than this, because I remember in my last tutorial I told you like sometimes I click them just to make sure I make a really slower decision, just to make sure I don't make mistakes. But with this, I mean, you'll be extruding so much whenever you start modeling that I just like to go fast. I'm sure whenever I get more confident in my modeling that I'll probably learn the bevel one too, but for right now I just use this one. Anyway, so next thing we're going to do is go ahead and click. So over here, let me explain this before I just, go at this. So this will be your object. I mean, if there are multiple objects all linked together, or they're just multiple scene, you use this to click it and select that. The vertex tools are these little points, all the geometric data, okay? So it's like this, okay? The link tool, the edge tool, selects an entire edge, so an entire line, and I'm showing you each one of these to see what they do. The polygons themselves, they are the faces of the object, and then this UV one, okay, this UV one, you can play around with it. I will tell you it affects the textures and stuff like that. I am not going to recommend touching that until you've had some experience with it, just because if you mess up the UV, I mean, you can reset it, you can do whatever, you can fix it. It's just one of those things that's like a whole another genre in itself. There's a lot of genres inside Max and Maya. There's like lighting, there's rigging, animating, modeling, there's UV textures and making sure all the UVs are correct so the textures can be done correctly. There's just a whole lot of stuff. So I would recommend staying away from that one, just because or until you figure out or I do a tutorial on it. But it basically, like I said, it helps you make textures on something. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do these vertexes, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take this target weld. I'm just gonna weld this side one to the middle one. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm getting myself this polygon, like I said, but we're also making that pointed tip. Okay. So the first thing I do is in mine, I'll be pulling back. I mean, I'm only streaming this or recording this this one monitor, so I'll be pulling the reference image, forward and backward. But so here's the roof into it. So first thing I'm going to do is start defining these shapes. Okay, I realize that the roof part is its own separate entity. So the reason why I say this is because this doesn't look extruded right here, these blocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and work on the roof part. I'm not going to worry about the cars or anything like that for this one. I will be worrying about this, and I will explain why you might want to do smooth, especially because of this part right here. You probably can get away with not doing it, especially since this looks like a little bit more pointed. But I will show you, like, these definitely need to be smooth. I'm sure there's some kind of ornament. I can't exactly see this little detail, so I'm going to go ahead and make my own type thing. And then these up here seem to have their own little like design, so I'll probably just make those and fill those in. Because we only, like I said, normally the tutorials are an hour and a half. If you guys want to see a series, let me know. But this one, color scheme, yeah. But anyway, this will essentially be an hour and a half long and get all the kind of detail and stuff I can in there for you. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on. The first thing I'm gonna do is I need more room to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and because I know the reason why I say this is because I know that I need this piece right here all along this side. I need that to myself. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna turn the symmetry on now. Mine it's X. Yours might be different depending on what, because like if I do Y and yours is facing long ways, then your backside, or oh wait, that's the other one. If I do this one, then your backside might pick that one. So you just, like I said, you gotta cycle through these in the last tutorial. And hopefully if you're keeping up with the tutorials, you'll be able to learn quite a bit more. The whole reason why I'm making these is so you can give me feedback and I can teach you whatever you want me to teach you. But to get through everything ever, it'd be much better if we did a specialized path for the audience and viewers. So, and you get to pick what tutorials you want to see, so rather than me just spouting off randomness. Anyway, so like I said, I was wanting to define my features, so I'm going to go ahead and choose this bevel tool. Now, what I want to do is I want to give myself some room, so like that. So now I have more room, like right here. I can extrude it out, I can pull it up, I can do whatever I want with it, and that'll be just fine. So go ahead and select these. And what I was doing, oh, let me go back real quick so you can see that. So what I was doing was I had the offset, or the fraction, sorry, not the offset, the fraction right here. I just hold down and I start adjusting this until I get the desired shape that I want. So probably like that. So anyway, now I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I will extrude these and kind of outwards with the scale tool, pull up. So that's like that. Sorry, it's forced to have it to do smoothing whenever I do something. But anyway, so now that I've got that, I want to pull these out more. Ooh, probably not that. These are supposed to be symmetrical, but I guess they're being on there. So I go pull out those, and probably like right about there, and then pull it down, or probably like something like this, and then we'll take these tools right here, or this tool right here, and we'll bevel this. Pull that in. Okay, and then now we'll pull these out. Or I probably won't pull that one out. Probably pull this one out. Yeah, we'll pull that one out actually. Or no, let's make it inside. So now this is what I was talking about with the inside tool. And do an offset like that. Okay. Now what I want to do is pull this out. Because the whole thing I'm trying to do is get a balance. And my symmetry isn't working. If yours is, cool. So I'm just going to turn mine off just so I know it's not grabbing anything weird. That can happen sometimes. But it just kind of... Oh, wait. Yeah, it's just grabbing the other side, my bad. So anyway, Okay, so now I know that it's going on this side. But anyway, so with this part, I know I want to do some detailing, maybe like put like a window right here. The main piece is going to be like that box thing that I showed you, that right there. So the first thing I'm going to do after this step is I'm going to go ahead and put more detail right here. So, and I kind of jump around a lot like I've told you in my last one, but I'm gonna go ahead and do another bevel, just kind of like give it more life. But what I'm gonna do is just add more detail here so I can kind of like put it at a finishing position, not like fully finishing because I might want to come back to it, but I do want to make sure. And I would, okay, so scroll down here to the connect tool to connect and make an entire line. It's basically like adding a loop. But anyway, so, and then do another bevel. But the reason why I do this is because sorry, force flip again. The reason why I do this is because I'm adding more detail so I can move on to other pieces. So right now, this isn't very defined. But this is. This top piece is, that's not. So right now, my whole process is I need to define them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and extrude them out that way. That way they're for sure defined. Now they need to be connecting here. So they're connecting, yeah. So we got this one bevel piece because I pulled it out earlier. That's why it's connected all around. So that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and add another bevel to this entire loop. I'm going to make it a loop. Make sure it's a loop. Okay, do this one too. I think that's good. I think that's right. So now we can do a bevel here. Take a look out of it. Okay, now that's very much more defined. I know there's like a little grater right here, or like a just like kind of piece out where it like catches leaves and stuff. So I'm just gonna go and do this. I'm going to go ahead and extrude that up and out. And we can do this. Just I would have added a line of the line right here, but you know, save time. Take this like that. I'm target welding these pieces right here. Target weld right here, and what that does is essentially it combines 2 points together. So now I got like something like that. So then I mean it can be more realistic where I'd like something later, but that's enough detail that I want to put on these. So the next thing I want to do is I want to actually start to find out this shape right here. It looks like this piece. I select all of those with the edge tool, which is right here. And I mean, you'll get used to these. You'll be like, oh, okay, I know exactly what he's doing. I know exactly what Matt is doing. And you'll be able to define like, oh, okay, he's doing this for this reason, and you know, I can just keep up. So tutorials will probably get a little bit harder in the future, just so I can kind of go faster and faster and faster and show you guys more stuff. So anyway, I'm going to select all these and connect these. The reason why I'm doing this, okay, so the first reason why I'm doing this is with these lines, I need to start defining my shapes, but I also need to be conscious of what's going on and where the lines are, because if you start breaking your mesh, it's gonna start to look gross. I'll build one later and show you guys what a gross broken mesh looks like. And what I'm doing is pressing R and scaling, so that way I smoothed that over there from what happened before. But anyway, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and move that up just a little bit, because I don't like, kind of want it like right there. There's a huge roof. Probably gonna take all these and just move them down and scale them up. Like that. There we go. Okay. So anyway, now what I'm gonna do is take these edges right here and I'm going to bevel them. Now I'm not setting anything in stone because they're just edges. They're not extruded pieces. They're not anything like that. So that'll be fine right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something like this. But before I make any extrusions at all, I want to get all my lines in there. So, and you'll see how these build out if you are curious. But right now, just trust me and follow along, and get it done. So take this. Now we're going to go down and do something different. So on the connect tool, I just press connect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 segments. Okay, I'm going to do the pinch. I know there is a slider you could slide, but I just type them in. It's like 0.25. No, not good enough. 0.5. That's going to be pretty okay. I think that'll work. I'm actually going to go ahead and just select this one and move it up just a little bit. There. Okay. And then the other one's pretty close to the ground. So, what these are going to do is they're going to be doing they're going to be our windows, like this section. That's why I'm defining those. So the next thing we're going to do is connect again. I'm going to use the same 0.25, so that way we have, you know, somewhat symmetry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here again, and you got to be paying really good attention when you do this, because see how there's starting to lines build up. So I need to really be focusing on where my lines go where, and focusing up, like, because this is almost like we're doing math at this point. I know people don't like math, but it's okay. We can do it. So anyway, I'm gonna take these and pull these out because I'm realizing I need more room. Something like that. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is do something like connect, and we want, I believe there's 4 windows, so it should be 8, right? And the pinch is gonna be 0. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so I believe I could just pull it out. Yeah, even more. So that. But here's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna take this just so I can do. Maybe add one more polygon, but it's easier for myself. I'm gonna do this. Take this, divide in the middle. Take that, divide in the middle. Take that, divide in the middle. Now I have 4 boom, boom, boom right there. So what I'm gonna do is like this. So now I know this extrusion part right here, that part I need to pull out, and it's going to be part of the window. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and give myself that section, and I want to do, I'll just connect and then pull it up right about there. Now these are, right now I have a wider than I have tall. So what I need to do is I need to make it the other way around. So I'll just, like, these boxes are lighter than tall, but the windows are taller than they are wide. So what I'll do is I'll just do 2, okay, connect these, do 2, and I want them bigger than that, so I'll just connect, and then I'll do like this, okay, and but I know that might drive some of you nuts, so that's what I would just do, because I have a trained eye, but I know some people don't like that, so we're going to do the mathematical way. So 0.5 on the pinch, that should be good. Yeah, that'll be good. So do this, connect, same thing, connect, same thing, connect, same thing. Okay, so I realize that this mesh is, and we'll come clean that up in a bit, but right now I just want to finish this so we don't have all these crazy lines and I forget why they're there. So the first thing we're going to do, because I think I have all the lines I need, is I'm going to go ahead and select. So I remember that it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all windows. It looks like right here is where this will be pulled out. So it's in case you're wondering, it's a big giant block, one to the left, down one. So pull out that. Go ahead and define one to each at a time. That, okay. This is actually a part of the window, so we could do it one of 2 ways. I think we're gonna do it the second way. No, okay, the reason why we're not doing it that way is because, so what would have happened there if I would have done that I mean, it's good that you kind of see these mistakes because you definitely don't want to make them. So what I'm going to do now is I realize I have a little bit of a dilemma here. So I'm going to go ahead and make, because we want to make this as little polygons as possible. So I'm going to go and do a Control E, which is inset. Do the same thing, or Control Z. Do them all, just Control E, Control E, Control E, Control E. Let's see if this. No, good. Okay, so then just go and scale them down, and then kind of look at them. Just to save time. So the next thing though is that there's one in the middle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these, and believe me, Maya would tell you if it didn't like what you were doing. So what I'm going to do is take all these and do a connect downward. Yeah. Fine. Okay. And then, so these you have to do manually, like that. So we're trying to make the frame. So Control or Shift to get all those, and then click all of them. And moving through these selection keys, which is, Q, just reminding you which ones they are, just in case you're falling behind. But anyway, so there we go. We want to make them, the exact same size as the other ones of the frames. So like that anymore. That. Okay. Now, with this part, I'm gonna go ahead and give that leeway, just because this part. Because what we'll do is we'll do a trick where this can become the sill. So that way it because the polygons, if they start getting messed up, I mean, they're gonna drive you nuts. So what we're gonna do, and there's multiple ways of doing that to make sure they don't, or there's multiple ways to avoid the polygons driving you nuts. So in order to do that, I'll show you once I get all these done. So go ahead and connect. There we go. I don't know if you're using this, but again, I think I said in my last one that the Control Z is a blessing. So definitely recommend using it. It's an undo button. And then as you can see over on the side, ooh, okay. I'll show you how to fix that. So on the other side, my Symmetry wasn't really working, so I'll show you how to fix that though. It's really not that hard. Yeah, so let's just keep moving on. Just gonna turn off Symmetry since it's being stupid. But as you can see, I mean, like, even though I've had experience for like 4 years, so this like, I still have problems, but the good thing is knowing how to get past your problems, because I mean, you're gonna run into them no matter what. But like, I'm gonna teach you millions of ways to like fix these little individual problems. Because yeah, you can be perfect at it all you want. I mean, I could have 50 years in the industry, but knowing how to fix a mistake and not knowing how to fix a mistake are like really, I would rather have the guy that knows how to fix mistakes. So anyway, go ahead and select all these polygons and just rush them in. That does know how to fix mistakes, yeah. So clicking on these. Okay. Now I'm going to extrude them out evenly. Okay. So here's why this would drive me nuts. If I would take these, okay, here's what's a cool little trick. You take all these, select all these, gonna connect them. 1. And then probably like less than that. 0.25. Okay. 0.75 on mine. It might be different on yours. But that gives it a 1/4. So anyway, we just like tuck in that seal. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and keep mine at 0.5 just because. Yeah, it's still cleaner. So anyway, go ahead and do the same thing for all these. So much time I got. Okay, still got about an hour with you guys. So that's I mean, I'm already almost got all the key detail pieces. So for about 30 minutes, I mean, in 30 minutes, this will probably be completely done, I'm assuming, and then the rest can be just used stuck. Oop. So there's a problem right here. We'll fix that in a second. Take those. It didn't happen on any of these. Okay. So as I was saying before, sometimes you're gonna have a little bit issue. I'm gonna go ahead and use the multi-cut tool and do this. That. Okay. And this will be a little bit off, but that's okay. I'm just gonna take all these, a little bit off, and then just scale them down. Push them up. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all these all these polygons right here, and I'm just gonna push them back with the extrude tool. So again, if you don't know the extrude tool, it's right here, but Control E is what I'm using. Okay. Pull them back. Ooh, okay. So Control Z. Let's go ahead and not pull back these middle ones. Yeah, no. So what I'm gonna do is take them and see, I can Control E. Let's just do like that. I'm actually going to go ahead and figure. Okay, so I figured out the problem. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these. So select all your lines. Okay, and we're gonna do a bevel. Looks like I'm gonna do this math part, so 0.04. That should be good. Okay. This is just add another layer of 3D, so it's definitely not a bad choice. And I mean, if you were to retopologize this, which you almost always certainly will, retopology is for, so I have 1,122 faces without even smooth it. If they're smoothed it, it'd be like 18 grand. So the reason why I'm doing this is we're keeping the polygon count not only low, but we're also making it so, like, for example, if I had like 1,500 of these and I just want to see the layout of these, they're all smooth and they're all like got 18 grand polygons, there's really no need to hate your computer so much that you have to do that. So now we have those windows though to find. Okay, so that's cool. Now I got those two. So next thing I'm gonna do though is define all that. So just define, click the outside rings of these, that. Oh, I'm holding on Shift and double clicking, by the way, in case you're wondering. Click that, double click, 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 click. Not those. There's no need to find. Just gonna have a loop. Go and toss on a Control S, which is save on student version because I'm at home. I have Maya LT, which is not the student version, but there we go. So mine is Maya LT though, and that's the commercial that I use, but I don't use the for like because in this you can render, in my LT you can't, so that's why I did that. Which if I was gonna do that, I want to just do like the array or something. But anyway, so I think that's right. Go and reveal that. You see how it's like messed up right there? Can you just look a little bit? So we're gonna zoom in here. Take a look at what we're doing. See how it's like messing up the more I go right there? So you want to go like halfway, because that's gonna happen. It's like I mean it might not be on yours right now, but like it's gonna happen with your meshes. So just do your best to fix, like I said, fix mistakes like that. So those are super defined. Like now I want to do one more thing with these before I ignore them. Just so I have like the exact reference that I want. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these right here. I'm gonna do what the, I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna see if this looks pretty or not. So the reason I'm showing you this rather than just pausing and say this is correct is because I want you to see what testing does. So like, see how the polygon right there is not working? So we're gonna get rid of that. What if I took these two right here? See what that does for us. Okay. So now like that looks way cooler if I do that. So like let's go ahead and zoom out and see what. Okay, so yeah, this adds like a new level of like detail to that. Rather than these just plain boxes. You now have like straight edges and you also have like this kind of bevels right here. So I'm gonna do that to all of them. Okay. So, I wonder... No, I have to do lines. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and do that to all of them. If you're following along. And I mean, one of the things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to talk an insanely amount of time just because, like, I know whenever I was watching tutorials and I was trying to figure out how to do all this kind of stuff, like, I would like to just sip coffee and listen to the guy and like soak information, and then whenever I get done with that, I'm like, have my playtime or whatever with the program. Like, I really just want to be able to just go, like, off of what he said. So that's why I'm talking so much, and I hope you can kind of get the two. I mean, I wouldn't recommend right off the bat. Like, I want you to watch these beginning ones. But yeah. So there we go. So those are defined. So anyway, so those are defined, and okay, so there's gonna be obvious like huge spaces like right here that you just don't. You want to make sure that you know what's gonna be put there. I'm not gonna put like brick by brick by brick. That would take me forever. So use a texture, and we actually have one, and they're part of our Euro pack that we'll be using to fill in that blank. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do this one, I believe. Let's see, let me look. So this is our big one. So it's like 3 of those. Okay, it's in the middle. Yeah. So this one's a polygon for it's the 1, 2, 3 from the left, and that'll be your new window. Yeah, so go ahead and inset inwards. So Control E, pull that. Make sure it's got like a nice even all the way around. Okay. Now take all of these, pull those out, pull that one in. Okay. Now this one right here is beveled. So take this entire thing and bevel it. Turn around a fraction. Okay, so see, once again it's kind of messed up there. So we just need to find a way to make it work. I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be like this. Check. So that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. So now we got that. Okay. Now, gonna go ahead and like kind of pause right here. Let you guess what's wrong with it. So like, give you like 10 seconds. Okay. If you guess right, it's because we didn't bevel all these outer pieces. The key is being consistent with where you detail. So like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this entire ring on the outside, so I just kind of like edge looped all the way around. Okay, just like to the top because that one wasn't selected. Take all of these. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do so. Okay. We can get away with like that, like a 1. Okay. Fully defined. Cool. So now we got like one more window right here and the other 4. So let's see what time it is for me. It is 41 minutes. I got 45 more minutes left with you guys. I'm guessing like 15 minutes that we'll be done with this section. Hopefully I'll probably be doing this section with the tools that I did right here. And hopefully you'll be able to see, like, you'll be able to guess like how I'm going to do this. I know there's also 4 on the top, but I'm going to show you how a really super easy way that, like, that just, it'll make it so you're not, like, trying to break this mesh. I mean, I'll show you an easy way, and then I'll do it, like, the way that, because I know people are like, well, we have to have it all part of the one mesh. The short answer to that is no, you never have to have it all part of the same mesh. You can just re-topologize later, combine it all. But for the people who want to not go through that, I'll probably do both ways. But anyway, so let's go and finish up here. So take this, take this, 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 this. Take all of those, and yeah, take them, extrude them down. Okay. Make them all even. Again, if you are a super picky person, feel free to do the math. I know I definitely am a picky person most of the time, but this, because I gotta go speed. Also, if I was working on this in like a game, I would definitely be going for speed because I want to get to the characters. So that's where you gotta really be mathematically correct. Okay, so anyway, now that I got those, take all the outside rings, shift click, oh, the outer rings. Okay, this one. I don't know why it selects all that sometimes, but it just kind of does. So select the outer rings and click 1. Click the outside ring. If you select 1, you're talking about the ring here, and then Maya will go ahead and guess what rings you're talking about, and then that way you can just kind of extrude outwards. So now I know that there's this inner edge seal. So you could either add it before or after. I'm gonna go ahead and do it now with the afterward, just so people can see like what it will look like, I guess, if you make mistakes. Like making mistakes is not the, oh no, I have to start all the way over, do control, save right here. But like it's definitely not it's not, the world isn't gonna be crumbling down if you make a mistake. It's fine. I know, whatever, because I make so many mistakes, I had to figure out ways to come back and fix them. But also, I mean, it's a program, so like, it's a defined thing. You can, you know, I like anything. Just you know, sure, like there's some things that you can't in like other programs, but in this one, like I'm pretty sure any program ever, you can always go back and fix your mistake, unless like it's a video game where like it's a defined thing. But with like creation software, pretty sure you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so it says I have an invalid edge index. What that more than likely means is I have edges that are, let's see what that says again. So that probably means is like there's, okay, so there's an edge like this, an edge like this, and there's like a double edge type thing. That's probably what that means. So I'm gonna do one at a time and see if it's like this one. Kind of define the problem. Okay, let's try this. See if that's the problem. Because Maya should have no problem doing this for me. Yeah, so it is that. It's whatever is weird and funky about that. This one already has, thank goodness, lines right here. I mean, I'll have less clean lines, but it's like one line. You could easily tell your boss, like, hey bro, like, I just didn't want to waste the company's time or whatever. So take this, extrude. Would not recommend talking to your boss that way, by the way. Maybe your leader, but not your boss. Okay. Take all these. That. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and test something out here. If it's right, I'll talk about it. If not, I'll just shut up. Okay. Okay, I can shut up. What I was gonna say was, so nobody's like going crazy, is I wonder if you had to like define them by like scaling a tool of them all together and then it'll automatically define them. But I think creating edges has more to do with like vertices and stuff. It's like theories, it's nerd stuff. But if you, I think if you guys like really get excited about these, because I know lots of people commented on my last one, but I know that if people really start commenting, we want to do forums or something like that, I'd be totally down for something like that, because there's plenty of things I'll be like, hey guys, what do you think about this? And then like critique, like, hey Matt, try not to mess it up this time, or like, here's how I feel about vertexes, and so like just like little innocent questions that are just like, hey, if I click one and then I select the rest, and I start scaling them, will that automatically define that as a loop? But yeah. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, take each one of these, and I'm gonna do a check here to make sure, because to some people this may not matter. Other people, this means the world. So take these, pull them down. Actually, let's just go and do this. So take these and just delete them. Okay, we're gonna fill up that hole anyway. You know how we're gonna do it? We'll target one. That. Okay. Now I know there's not inside polygons that are gonna mess up all my mesh. So I'm gonna do that for every one of them. Have had stuff like that happen before, and it is so frustrating to be told by the program, hey, you can't do this, and you're like, why can't I do this? Because what I'll do is, like, let's say I have I want to use what's called the Sculpting Tools, which is like over here in Sculpting. Like sometimes it'll say can't think of the name right now, but I'm pretty sure we're done with that one. So, but what it'll do is it'll say, like, you know, polygons are on the inside and they're messed up, so you gotta find them and fix them. And there are buttons that'll do it for you, but oh, they are a program. They are not perfect. at all. So, and I mean, no harshing to people who made this, because I can't do this. But some things artists like just don't want to deal with. So this is what I'm saying. Deal with it now. Be the better artist. Keep going with these, Liam. Okay, so while we're doing this tedious task together, and we're target welding these pieces together, deleting polygons. So I want to talk about something else. So whenever I do tutorials, like I do mostly organic stuff is what I like to do, but I'll do these inorganic stuff just to teach you guys. I mean, even if you guys say yes, I'll probably still do some inorganic stuff just to keep it fresh. But if you guys want to see more heavily towards organics, like how to make characters, how to do that kind of stuff, let me know. If you guys want to do more, the same vice versa. I mean, just because I like it doesn't mean that's all I'm going to do. If you guys want to see more inorganic stuff like buildings, you want to see how I model cars, which cars, as far as I'm concerned, are pretty organic nowadays. Everybody's got to have their super cool lines across the side to make sure they look pretty. But come on, okay. But anyway, like, if you guys want to see stuff like that, just let me know, and I will be more than happy to show you that. And oh, so okay, I'm doing this last story I want to tell you. So right now I'm in a modeling competition with one of my friends, and he can model only not only model, he can do both just like I can, but he likes to do inorganics, and ooh, that is some next gen inorganic modeling that he does, because detail that I put into characters, he puts into this. So he would go like 15 other layers into detail into this. But anyway, so okay, so around here I didn't do that. I didn't bevel these. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and do a quick bevel to hide that mistake. So bevel it like that. See how that looks. Actually, I didn't mess up in there. Yeah, so see how that looks ugly? I'm gonna go ahead and do the no on that, and then just go ahead and select these. They're gonna be different, just to let you know. They are gonna be different. It's gonna bug some people to no end. So if you don't want to do this, don't do it. Just leave it on that. Be like, there you go. Now just don't have a bevel all the way around, because I want to bevel the entire one of that. So I'm gonna go and do that to the rest of these. But anyway, you'll find whenever you do modeling and stuff like that, like you'll pick modeling, lighting, and stuff, and like specializations that you want to do, and then when you're really what went here? What happened? What happened? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. I think this will fix it. Probably need more of a fraction than that, so. I mean, I laugh it off, but I know to some people it might freak them out. So that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Just because like nobody's gonna zoom all the way in here, especially if I'm retopologizing it. Which, okay, okay. Anyway, I just completely did it right on this one. Yeah. Okay. Well, that one, if you can go back and do it with that one, but I'm not gonna really worry about that. Just gonna move them around to where you can't really tell. I mean, like, nobody's gonna zoom in here, but just in case. put a texture on it. Okay, so now that I got all these, oh yeah, this. See, this is why earlier when I was connecting everything, I was like, just connect everything and don't move on to 5,000 things when you're connecting, because, wait, why am I, okay. But yeah, stop it. So, or whenever I'm working on a piece of detail, I don't like to bounce around just because I'll forget numbers and stuff, and like meshes, and like how I made it, so, tend to try not to do that. But now that we just went through that entire heartache, now we can do this one with ease. So just take all these, like loops, the inside ones. Okay, I guess not the inside ones because I didn't do the inside ones. Can't if you want, but I don't think those are actually beveled anyway. Everything in the world has bevel, but a certain little distance out, you probably won't see the bevel. So, I think that's good. I'm gonna do this one at a time, so I don't make as many mistakes. Just because there we go. Okay. It might actually be too much of a bevel for me. I'll do more like half that. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so do the same thing. Come on. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, we also have to build the outside. Go with that. Go these. No. Wow. Oh, here we go. It's like that. I wonder why it's not filled. I don't know what to do what I say. There we go. I'm gonna go and reselect all. It might not. The problem might not happen for you. There we go. Yeah, just randomly happens. Oh well. Oh, that is another thing, is like, sometimes you just need to reselect everything, because you might have actually clicked like a wrong polygon, which I'm sure if I went back and edited this, I can like look really through it. I could like go and point out with a big red arrow my mistake. So, but, yeah. Take all these. The reason why I'm clicking one individually is because even when I double click them, there's no loops, so. I didn't do it with that one either. Oh wait, that's because I didn't start on that one, that's right. Okay. I'm gonna do the rest of these one at a time just because Maya's crying at me, begging me not to do art. That's why. No? Okay. All this for symmetrical lines, but This is the path we choose. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep doing this. And I don't know why this is so touchy. See, to me, what are you doing? Okay. I don't know where you came from, but all I did was target weld that vertice into that, but anyway. That's probably why the error happened. Okay, now what's the problem? Just gonna not bevel. Okay, I'm going to cheat. So I'm gonna do what a bevel essentially is and just connect these loops right here. So connect one. Connect to confirm. Pull them out like that. These. I'm gonna do that on the last one because I have no idea what kind of mischief. What? What? Okay. Delete that. Multi-cut there. Target weld there. Now that's fixed. Okay. But it's a little bit weird when you like knowing that I'm going to record all this and then people are going to see me making mistakes. But I mean, the only reason why you didn't see my last one was because like it's because I sped it up. I made plenty of mistakes in the last one. Yeah, okay, anymore. And this is just gonna break, I'm just gonna break. But the whole point is the look of it when we're not in this mathematical view. When I say breaking, I just mean it's not perfect. So it's imperfect. Come on. You only made one error. So happy. This up like that. Cool. Now I got all those, and look how pretty they are. Okay. Already. What are you? Okay. Backspace to delete these. That automatically remove any kind of influence that they have. And the reason why when you want to use the delete key, it's just because they love to, for some reason, mess up everything when you delete it. Because I believe you're deleting the data that it holds, I guess, is the way to put it. But like backspace says don't affect everything else, or you do it or something like that. It doesn't delete everything ever. It says don't affect things around it, I think is the way to put it. Okay. So now might be a good time to talk about like how am I doing this panning and rotating. if you didn't automatically know that, like if you're just fresh out of the box, I'm assuming you guys aren't because you wouldn't be looking up a tutorial on how to do this stuff. But if you are just fresh out of the box, the way to do my camera is I'll hold down Alt and do the left mouse button to rotate, the middle mouse button to pan, and then it's pretty much what two buttons you use to navigate. I mean, I know there's like other stuff to do, but that's pretty much all I use to just kind of move over throughout the viewport. Okay. Now I know this V is gonna make people like, wow, but because time. So, do the same thing we did with the other ones. Same exact pipeline. Again, we are doing this so we don't have any inside polygons. You gonna work for me? You gonna do what I say? Oh, you did. So proud. Cool. So now we have all that detailed out. That's nice. So cool. So now the rest, there is a weird break in the brick on mine right here. So I would just like do that in the UVs. So anyway. Moving on, let's see what time we got. We got 30 minutes, 23 to be exact. So the last thing we have to do is that piece out here, and then the piece over here. To save time, I'm gonna show you the fast way. I know I said I'd do both, but I'm just gonna show you how we attach them rather than build them into there, just so I can copy and paste. Just copy and pasting features seriously save you. So anyway. I'm going to do it on this side too, just because working with that will be awful. Like working with these polygons will be absolutely awful. So, I'm going to go ahead and make make a new one. Pull it out here, new box. Now I'm going to make it as wide, as tall as I want to. Put it right there. Put those out, okay. Put those inwards. Okay. That's pretty much the shape what I'm seeing. Okay. Take these. Connect them. That. Take these. Fill them. Pull the segments up. Say like that, like 4. 4 is fine. Before I do that, I'll do it on this. take all these middle ones, connect by 2. Like that, because it looks, that right there looks to me like a little beam, so. These. Control E, get them ready. This is probably the cleanest I've done this. I'm looking for this outer thickness so I can see. Pull it up right there. Back. Make sure they're not hurting the outside pieces. Take all these. Bevel them. That. Okay. So we got going on here. Yeah. These all need to be beveled, but I need to do is stop it. Take these, pull them up like that. Pull them up like that. Pull them up. That. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm building the roof, by the way. So. That. I don't even need I don't even need a sideways bevel it, so cool. Take these two, pull them up separately so you don't get confused. Now that pretty much already makes the shape. That's it. Alright, check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and just scale mine that way, so it's like a little bit fatter. Okay. Take these. Take those. Okay. That should be good. Bevel that. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So just take these, extrude them. Pull them out like that. Take this. What turn my object does. Okay, this does it for me, so I'm just turning my object symmetry. Take this, pull like that. Delete these two. Okay. Target world. What? Why? That. Okay. Undersides looks clean, fine. Give me. No? Okay. Okay. What? So now I'll just take these, pull them back, make that a defined edge. Okay. Pull those out. That. Oop. Okay. Okay, now like literally just, you know, bloop. And he's big. A little bit elongated. Should probably just, in general, just that. Yeah. Okay, so you see how I just plopped that on there like that? I'm gonna do the exact same thing for the others. And by that time, we have 15 minutes left. That'll probably be the end of this. I'm gonna put on the material for you, so you can see how your textures kind of work out. Yeah, so give me 1 second. Take this and put it there. I'm gonna go and pull this up and put that over there, just so I can look at this real quick. And give me 1 second. So, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I've got plenty. So, got plenty of stuff to work with. Now, what I'm gonna do is make this like pointy house part up here. You can do this weird design. I guess I will too. Probably not this pointed part, but I will make this this part right here. So you can see, I just have no idea why the artist decided to do that. And the other side's pointy too, so I gotta to really sit down and think about that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and make that piece for you. So the first thing I know is, like, hey, this piece needs to come out. Turn Symmetry. This piece needs to go here. This piece needs to go here. Like that. Actually, I think... No, they do need to go something like that. No, they come out to a perfect point. So you're working with, like... I'm limiting myself to work with what I have, so take that and that. Okay. So here's what we have to work with. First thing I'm gonna say, as always, is bevel. Add that first level of detail. And this is crying, so I guess we have to go ahead and do something like that. Now bevel. So it has geometry to go off of. Like that. Okay. And I mean, you'll have more to go off of later. But take these. And let's go ahead and make the rest before we bevel those. So now I need to get this shape where it's like a triangle on top. So go ahead and connect all these. Oop. Connect. Do one. Pull that part up. Oh, it's actually a triangle. Okay, glad I cut that. So it's actually just this is really weird. It looks like a triangle of a triangle, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do some like but then it's not a triangle. Okay. Okay, no, it is good that we did this way. So take these two, extrude it like that. And then what you do here is you'll take these and you'll kind of extrude outward. Like that. Pull it up so you see I like that piece right there. Okay. This is like the weirdest thing I've had to deal with yet. But anyway, So now we'll take these and talk about them like that. Take these, pull them down, talk about those, talk about those, talk about those, talk about those. Okay. I would love to see a master do that first try. That'd be cool to watch. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this up. So we still have that polygon that I was talking about. I always like to keep those polygons just in case, so you can kind of define the shapes and stuff. So anyway, before I do that, I know I have one right here. Now I have a line going down the middle, and then I kind of just, you know, pull that up. That. Okay. Take those. Actually, this is the strangest architecture I've ever seen. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm modeling it, but it's a weird design. Okay, so yeah, take these two. Actually, take these two. Do some work, just a little bit. Okay, so we have defined features. Cool, so now we have our pointy house. Now, we need to extrude all this and make it bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, and I'm going to connect to these, connect. Ooh, I didn't do it right, that was. Connect these, connect, grab those again, pull them up, okay, now we have a reference, okay, come on. Oh, why? Why? Doesn't like me anymore. Fine. So I'll just, since they're both pretty close, I'll just toggle up that one down since that one's working. So pull them both down. What in the world? Okay, there we go. Take those both. Pull that, wait, right there. Okay. Take these. Connect. And I was talking about this before. So this angon right here, it's gonna happen. But you want to keep it to quads and tris, just in case. So that's why I'm like connecting that. I'm not just leaving it out there for no reason. If I can fix it, it's fine. But can't. It's best to just fix it on the point. Take all these weird polygons. It's weird architecture. Take all that and just wait. Yeah. Deselect those. Quick. And then just extrude. There we go. Okay. Pretty much. And then now we want to make that little window, so that. And then just Control E. pull it out, go through the motions that you've done 5,000 times, bevel, pull those back so you can get the job done, because you're getting frustrated at this point. But you just want to get this polished. Okay, so now we've got that piece. Here's what I was talking about. So take this. This is gonna make an angle on here, I never know it, but take this. Whoa, not that bad. Those. You see what's going on here? You know what we're gonna do? Just pull it down. Do like this. Do like this. Okay. We're just gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. Wait. Or you could not leave it alone. No, just leave it alone. It's gonna be hidden anyway. And then take those. Now they're not like crazy freaky anymore. Bevel those. More detail. Okay. So now just pull this over. Okay. You need to be about the size of a window, each one of these. Or at least the box part is. So come over here. Use your good old measuring tool that you already built, called your eye, and a piece of geometry inside the scene already. Get the scale right. Get it up there. Okay. Pull it up. Pull it over. That. Now the angle isn't right on this one, so we're just gonna make it. Like we're gonna put it like right there. Okay. It's okay that it's inside. Like I said, read topology will do wonders for you and it'll make you not cry. Now we're just gonna Control D to copy the mesh, pull it over, just eyeballing it at this point. That. And voila! We have officially made this entire piece not smooth anything. Now, question is, what about all those open airspace? So here's what we're gonna do, and I know normally I have an hour and a half, we only have 4 minutes left, but I'm gonna spend just a little bit of time just to make sure this is right. I don't know if I'll have to re-pull out the UVs for this one, but we'll see if I do have to do the redo the UVs. We'll talk about that in a later tutorial. What I'm gonna do right now is, before I even get into that, I really want to show you how to do this. So what I'll do is I'll take this geometry that's just messed up and just delete half of it, right? Okay? And it's like, oh no, I have like half a geometry. What you do is you go mesh, and then you go mirror geometry right here. Now I would do the box, because all things in a Maya have a box, and it pulls out this window that says how I get this. So apply and mirror. Voila! Look at that. All that mess up, it's okay. Who cares? Because it merged with original, you can't even tell the difference. And you know what? I almost can guarantee, don't want to say it. Ah, look at it. So Symmetry automatically works again. And hopefully it won't break again. But anyway, so cool. Now what we're going to do is, I would actually leave Symmetry on just because we're going to be doing this. So now all these are going to tell like this. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is Shingles. I don't have one of my giant pack of textures, which... Shingles. So here's all some of the ones in the Euro pack. I'm going to use it in that brick wall for the one. But give me a second. So now that we're picking back up, I'm trying to find a Shingles one. I don't know that I have one in here, just because pick up now. So we're looking for Shingles, and in this one I'm gonna use this wood texture. That'll be just fine, because you gotta make do with what you got. Like, you gotta figure out how to use stuff, and I mean, for this one I can make it look like Shingles. So here's what we're gonna do. Take this, and I'm going to right click, do assign new material. We are going to pick a Lambert. Okay, so Fong is like super shiny. Blinn is like the middle. Like Fong's for like metal. Blinn is like here's the way I think of it is like, or sorry, Blinn is like metal. Fong is like plastic. Lambert's just flat. That's the way I like to think about it. I mean, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just the way I kind of think about it. Lambert's like flat. See how there's like a shine here and not here, and then this is, I believe, more controllable. Like it's got like certain properties to it. But anyway, I'm gonna pick Lambert. So now we have this. I'm going to go over here to my Lambert 2 that I just made. Okay, and I'm going to assign it this new material. Now if I do this, you can see how it automatically connects. Okay, so see how that's. Get that out of here. Okay. Oh well, we'll go over in just a bit. Anyway, so now I'm gonna, instead of color, I'm gonna go ahead and apply that one right here. And I'm going to just stop, and then I'm going to go to my flash drive. And I'm going to go to wood. And this one's called the wood door. So, GPG. Okay, so press 5 on your thing, on your keyboard to get that. So this one, I'm actually gonna go with wood door 1. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is paste texture. So it's just kind of like, you know, don't want to do that. Now we're gonna repeat the UV to just kind of like keep it more. So I put it to like 4. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to. What are you doing? There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna go up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to this UV editor. This is the fastest possible way I can do this. So I'm only going to do a short section of this just to show you how you can tile it. Because this is going to be not a nightmare, but it's going to take a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do planar mapping, okay? And what I want to do is I want to there we go. Now, I made a map and it's all right here. Okay? And I just pressed the automatic projection mapping. Now what I'm going to do, it already did it for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like this. Okay? And then like that. Okay? Now, we have our tiling, and that could be like a wooden roof. I can pull one off the internet, but I mean, digging around for ones that aren't copyrighted. Ugh. But anyway, I'm gonna do this one more time with like these. So I would dare to say that if I was doing this, like an actual project, just to save time, because time is so important. Just to save time, I would not UV it right here, or I would not texture it right here. Or no, I still would. Just because if you texture it right later, it'll help you out. Now, I already know this is gonna mess that up. So you would have to like go in and edit these UVs. But I still want to show you like a rough patch of like what the textures can go on and like how it can look good for your 3D meshes on the Europack. So, and that is on our website, which is the Avid one. So give me 1 second. Give me once. Now I do a new. I don't know why it's like those. Now, the ceiling might, or the ceiling, SEALING, That's all right here. I would probably do the exact same texture, but I'll just, like I said, I wanted to finish this up so I could show you. I'm not going to fully texture this one. We can do that in a later tutorial if you'd like. Probably do that one much later. But anyway, so now come back up here, find the same one, file, image name. Okay, this one I'm going to look through real quick. Can we go back up? Yes. So marble. That's probably not marble. Like walls and then brick walls, something like that. Now these displacement maps and stuff like that, that helps go on more. But again, I'm not gonna go too much into that one. I just want to show you. Open this one up, okay, and then do the exact same thing that we did here. Polygons. Okay. Oh my goodness, they're gonna make me reselect all this. I'm gonna go ahead and Control Z, so I have this automatic projection mapping, and then do the shaded stuff. Lambert. What is going on there? Oh, I see now. Okay. New material. Lambert. Why? New material. Lambert. Okay, so I just made like 5 Lamberts, so that's fine. I was trying to get through this. Anyway, file, same thing. Brick wall, there. Okay. Now, what I would do is take. They really didn't want me to select those UVs. Okay. So just click all these. Just go and select like that. Why this? Okay. I'm just seriously going fast because I don't want to run out of time, but there we go. Okay. On the UVs, I would literally just scale like that. Okay. And then rotate them. I mean, this is a giant mess. Like, you'd have to go in here and make sure it was correct. But that. And then, like, this is going as fast as possible. So, something like that. Okay. And there you pretty much go. Like, I mean, that one's messed up. And, okay, that one worked, but that one didn't. Okay. Anyway, so this is how it would like project out, and that's why I didn't have to put in the detail here. So if I just like render out like this section right here, the one that I've done the most work for like run live by, or like this. Okay, this is a good spot. So if I render out like that, do rendering. So this could easily be an asset to your 3D. So as far as like that goes, like put textures and stuff where you want them to go for your 3D. And I mean, we'll do one, or I'll do one on my own time sometime where I just completely map out these textures. But as you can see, I mean, they're seamless. Like, they are fine. I mean, obviously, like, you'll see patterns and stuff like this to this. But I mean, like, these textures are seamless. These textures can, like, go on just about anything to add detail where you didn't want to add detail. So that's how I'd recommend using them. And yeah, so this has been a tutorial about like straights versus curves. Now, I was talking about curves earlier and I said to use some, so I'm gonna go ahead and build just a simple curve thing, okay? And I'm gonna make it a design to put on these windows. Now these ones, texture, I would just texture, but these ones had some kind of weird design in the window on top of these. So I'm gonna go and do that and put it right up there. So here's how you would do, and this was like an hour and a half of straights, but you saw me do almost all organic and smooth modeling. So here I will go ahead and do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a off. So different. Something different. Okay. So I'm going to pull those out. Okay. Pull those out. I'm just gonna make myself like an anchor type thing. Press F to zoom in case you were wondering. See, so there we go, that's what I want. Take that, pull it out like here. Rotate just a little bit, pull it out. That. Pull it out. Pull it out. That. That out. Turn it off. Take those. Okay. Actually, rather than doing that, take these and use this. Oop, not that. Take these and use this bridge command. Automatically fills it in for you. Visions no, taper yes. Okay. And then you just kind of like move around the edges. Actually, kind of a cool design. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one because it's got cool shapes to it. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna do something like that. Okay. Now, here's where edge modeling really comes in handy. So take this, or this smooth modeling really comes in handy. Take this, connect these, bevel this one, this one, this one, and this one. Bevel those. Okay. So it's got that edge right there, or that line right there. Take these. Okay. Pull them in like that. Pull them up. Or probably need to bevel one more time. Okay. Bevel one more time. Pull up these. That. Okay. So like that. Okay. Take all those. This one I would actually do thickness because or not thickness, offset, because we want the inside ring right there. Okay. There is a little pinch right there, but if we do the other side, it'll probably be a cool design. So we do. The way I'd take care of this is just delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Take all those rings, go to mesh, and then fill hole, automatically fills it in. So do the same exact thing. Okay. Didn't want to do that cusp, so I just okay. Now, hold on. There we go. Now, so now I just need to just okay. Simple design like that, and then I would take these two, put them out to a point, pull those up, that, okay. There's a few mess ups, but oh right, there we go. Look at the easy fix. Double up there. There. Okay. So now we can, I mean, you can go more detail and more detail, more detail. But like stuff like this where you're trying to get like that smooth, easy, smoothie, like pull it up and then you just take literally all these polygons right here. Here, not all of them, but here. Like that. Like so. That. Put them down like that. What? Why did you set this? That. Okay. Do the same thing. Right there. It's okay that I just like that one's fine. Okay. Get more pronounced edge. So Gonna go ahead and multi-cut here. At this point I'm just showing you how to fix mistakes, but okay. Those same ones that we just made. Connect. Okay, you don't want to connect. Well, and you'll probably just pull them up on these. Oh, that's why. Okay. Well, while I'm doing this, speaking of which, the next one I'll probably be doing, or not, probably not, or it'll probably go week by week, so I might be doing a different one, but the next, or one of the future ones I'll be doing is time versus quality. So as you can see, I mean, I'm trying to go as fast as possible. I mean, you can see that I'm running into errors more and more and more just because I'm trying to go so fast. But let's connect this target wall, does not want to do it for me. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna leave that alone. This will be off in the background so you can't really see it. So actually, I'll just use this side. Do the same exact thing here. Ooh, fill. that. There. Oh, there. There. Okay. Anyway, so in future ones I'll be doing tone versus quality. I mean, as you can see, I was taking my time with the other ones, but with it led to me not messing up as much. But when you go super fast, I mean, you're bound to make mistakes just because your efficiency is going to go down. But when you're trying to go slow and take your time to really make sure these are right. Okay, and then that would be like the thatch marks type glass window. But anyway. Okay. So overall, this is going to be 17 gram polygons, probably mostly and almost entirely because of those anchors. But anyway, you put those little designs in there, and there you go. So, what we can see though in this tutorial is that, like, these pieces are purely for like you don't have to go turbo smooth on every single little thing, especially because you're just smoothing in general. Speaking max turns turbo smooth, but just because you don't need to like this, you can make a perfectly decent quality straight edge model just beveling and other stuff. So, in conclusion, there are two different types. This is an example of why a situation where you wouldn't use smoothing, pure smoothing, but in organic modeling, you'll be doing almost none of this. You'll be doing purely smoothing like I was doing the anchors and with my scythe in the previous one. So that's pretty much that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. If there, like I said, if there are any other tutorials you want me to show you, just let me know. This is Matt, and I'll see you guys.